Saturday. Coconut oil on my lens. I gotta watch this thing more because it'll just go all goofy on me. Hold on. It doesn't look like that's any better. It's like professional operation. Going through all my shit from last week, the stuff I recorded during my band. And man, a lot of it's bad. So I didn't even put it up. One of the ones I did put up, I put a warning on the thumbnail that you probably shouldn't bother with it. I'm into growing my channel. I couldn't grow it if I wanted to, even because I've already been put into the truth or ghetto. I was talking to, who was I talking to about that? Outlaw TV. Is that it? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's Outlaw. I'll put it up there when I find it. I'll go find my comment. But yeah, they put us all in like a ghetto, like the truth or ghetto. But you know, I don't really. Oh, this is Falun Dafa, Falun Gong. We've talked about them before here. That it's for you know, the CCP, how they do like trafficking and organ harvesting of its people. Yeah, he's a God guy. I wonder about the God guys here because their signs are always really well printed and they're always really loud and like, I don't know, it's almost like they want to make us look bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll walk up on Calico. It's Saturday. The thing is, like, I like walking up there so you guys can see it, but it's a pain in the balls to walk through there. And then you're more of a chance that you're going to get some asshole that thinks you're filming them, and then there's a fucking problem, and I don't feel like doing that. That's that narcissism that people have. But, yeah, I was already, like, this is actually my third ban, because before I even uploaded it, before I was doing this shit, I had some material, some banned material, anti-beast stuff, pro-God stuff, but it had been banned from YouTube. And I was like, well, I've never uploaded anything to YouTube. This is like 3 years ago, maybe longer. And I'm like, you know, maybe I can get away with it because I don't have a channel, you know. I'm just like, and I think it was up there for less than 24 hours and they got me. You know, because at the time I was just thinking they won't know because I'd never used it before to upload, you know. So I'm like, oh, I'll just do it and see what happens. And I got a week ban, and I'm like, well, it's all right. I don't upload anyway. Well, the way the bannings work out, the bannings will begin. The way the bannings work out is you can get one, but if you get another one within 30 days, that's super bad. And then if you get another one in that same 30 days, then your channel gets shut down. So if someone wants to get you out, they just have to hit you 3 times. But they have to be, like, they have to have a reason at that point. It gets like, you know, it has to be a user that maybe you're using their material or whatever. It has to be coordinated, you know. And it's been done, you know, against people. But, so I've already had 3 bannings. And the first one, it was the only one I really understood why I got it. I knew it was banned material, but I didn't understand how any of it worked because I'd never used, as I said, the upload before. So I'm like, well, you know, it isn't like, it's an algorithm that looks for words and phrases and shit like that. Obviously. So yeah, I've been banned 3 times, but the other 2 times, I kind of, well, let me think about this. The second time was to medical misinformation. I was talking about the thing, and what I was talking about is what was in the movie, what's the name of that movie where they go to the morticians? It's banned from YouTube, but it's been floating around on the internet. what the hell is it called? I'll find. I'll put it up on the screen. But they go around and talk to morticians about what they were finding in people, and I was talking about a remote viewer who had seen the things before they started appearing in people. He saw them and he drew them exactly how they were, and it was and it turned out to be the exact thing that they were finding in people, like perfectly drawings. And he also drew a picture of Trump, but it wasn't Trump. He was like, there will be a man that people like, and it'll be during his time. And you know, those remote viewers, I don't know how they work. I've seen things in between being awake and sleep. I see images, I hear voices. A couple times significant things happened. I know this is a thing because when I was in the hospital, I was seeing like a battery of different people in the mental hospital, because of course I was in, right, you know. And now because I was in one, anything I say could be marginalized. And you say, oh, don't listen to him, he's crazy. That's fucking, I know it sounds schizo to say that's how they do it, but that's how they do it. I talked about that at length before, the time in there, and when I was in there, we were all like the same kind of people. We were all talking about the same stuff. We'd all gone off script, basically. And their job is to get you back on script by giving you a script. So, yeah, when I was in there, I talked to a doctor who was talking about Salvador Dali and how he gets his ideas. And he was saying that he likes to be in that zone, that in between sleeping and awake zone. So he would sit in a chair, holding a spoon. What am I doing here? I don't want to be involved in any direction of this. I guess over here is the best way. And he said he would hold the spoon, and he would try to stay in that zone, but not fall asleep. So what he would do is when he heard the spoon hit the floor, he knew that, oh, I fell asleep, and then he'd wake up again. So there's something about being in that space, and that's when, you know, I believe, and I've gone over it before, so it's settled science. When you sleep, you leave your body. You're connected by a thread or a cord through your navel. I'll have to dig those pictures out and put them up there to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. And so you're floating around out there in the interdimensionally, or however the fuck you want to look at it. Interfrequency, you know, you're just kind of floating around out there, and you see things and pick up on things. So that's when I have things happen to me, like I see stuff or I hear stuff. A lot of times it's usually like the auditory stuff is usually someone's calling my name, like hey, but you know, using my name. But recently I had a couple weird ones. I was looking at this woman, or I just saw this woman who was, looked like she was working at a call center, but she was standing up. And there was a bunch of people. It looked like she was working for S.H.I.E.L.D., the Marvel Comics. What's that? Oh, it's a little, that looks cool. I don't know what they sell. It's probably some kind of food thing, obviously. But, and I was looking at her, and then all of a sudden she looked up at me. Like she realized I was looking at her. And it was like, whoa. And I woke up. I'm like, holy shit. I wasn't meaning to look at it. I just found myself looking at this girl. Another time recently, and this is weird too, I was walking around. I mean, I was sleeping, right? I was trying to sleep in between being awake and sleep. And I was walking through my neighborhood, and I was coming up around the corner where a store I go to a lot is, and I looked to the right and I noticed, oh fuck, it's closed. And then I woke up, and the time was 11:30, and it was closed at that time. So I kind of felt like I was there. I was over there, because it was nighttime when I was walking around there in my imaginings. And I came up around the corner, I looked over at the place, and it was closed. It closes at like 11. And it was just kind of weird. So there's something to that in between space, but I don't know how you can control where you go or control your movement when you're in that zone. So I think remote viewers is probably something like that, you know, where they can somehow move themselves to see stuff. It's an out-of-body thing for sure. See, I gotta cross the street here, but I don't trust any one of these motherfuckers. I don't. I've been hit here 3 times. I don't know if I mentioned that 100,000 times. But I'm gonna let them all go. Holy shit. I don't care. I'll wait all night. I don't trust, like I said, I don't trust these fuckers. This guy's never gonna go. See, I think I almost went there to walk in between these two. But then you get these people over here. Oh, I know. I'm gonna go with this girl. Because they won't hit a lady. They'll run me over 10 times, but they won't hit her. They fucking would love to run me over. So, a lot of people there. But, yeah, there's something to that, being in that zone. And I think that's where people, they get into that zone to a remote view. I've never heard them specifically say that, like they try to fall asleep, but they don't go to sleep. But you're out of your body at that point, you know? Because whatever they're doing to your body, your antenna, your receiver, during that time, for whatever reason, you can't be in the body when they're doing it. I think what they're doing is adjusting the screen, adjusting all this shit, or adjusting, they're not out here doing this stuff, they're fixing whatever needs to be fixed in you to attune you back to this frequency, however that's done. And they can't do it when you're in the body for whatever reason. So as you can see, I'm very close. I'm very close to solving it. Something happens for some reason. There you go. I've cracked that one. That's settled science right there. But yeah, and the thing too, it's like when you're in that state, like when you're dreaming too, if you become aware of this, and I used to become aware of my dreams all the time. It's called lucid dreaming. I used to be able to do it all the time. I'd recognize it was in my dream, and I'd start doing wacky shit. That never happens anymore. I don't know why that is, but whatever the case. But one thing, if you wake up from your dream, you'll notice that you're kind of comfortable because you're not in your body. So you're not feeling any aches and pains. You can walk great distances and not be winded or not be tired. In your mind, you'll think, oh man, this is a long walk, or whatever it is you're doing if you're walking long distance, but you don't feel it. You feel comfortable. You don't feel any of the bullshit because you're sans body, you know, you're sans seraph body. You don't have anything to do with it. At that point, you're out of it. And that's why you go down. That's why you sleep. It has nothing to do with being tired. You know, that's retarded, because you can lay in front of the TV all day, and at some point your body will start saying, all right, you have to go down. And it's not, and how are you tired from sitting in front of the TV all day? You're not, you know. So it's not about physical exertion. It's just every certain amount of hours, they got to make sure you go down. And if you don't go down, right, if you don't go to sleep, what happens? Well, you start hallucinating. You start seeing things, talking to people that aren't there, this and that. It's always been reported the same way by people. Now, your brain isn't inventing those people. Those people are there. You're just, your frequency transmitter, or whatever it is, isn't attuned. So you're seeing all these other different frequencies now because you stayed up too long and they haven't had time to fix your shit. So you're seeing things and you're hearing things. When you see people tweaking out, yelling at people, they're not going crazy. Their brain isn't doing it. They're actually seeing things. They're seeing actual other frequencies, other people, or other things that are happening around them, because they don't have their stuff fixed. So that's what it is. I was reading this thing about this kid that he was on. He was probably on meth or something, or some kind of speed. And he was in his house, and he said he's having these paranoid delusions one night, and he said he hallucinated that these guys came into his house and started going through, like they were invading his home. And I left a comment on it. I'm like, no, he didn't hallucinate that. There were people coming into that home. He was probably in a different place. He was looking at something happening. He was there at an event. He'd somehow moved onto that frequency. It's all frequency and energy and vibration. So this stuff's all floating out there. All these little things, all these little areas or places or scenarios are all floating out there. And we're attuned to this one. Like, I'm attuned to this one. That guy up there is attuned to this one. That's why we can both walk on this sidewalk, right? Because we're both attuned to the same frequency. And after a certain amount of hours of being tuned in, they have to go in and tune up your antenna, you know, your body, so you can receive the correct frequency that is this one that we're on here. And that is why you have to sleep. It has nothing to do with getting tired. Has nothing to do with that. You feel tired because they want you to sleep. So they'll start having your limbic system go. They send you messages like that by making you tired. They say, you got to go down. You have to go down. And if you meet them halfway, like you close your eyes and you start to relax a little bit, you don't have to go the whole way. They'll meet you the other half of the way, and then they'll be able to just go in and you get yanked out, and then they fix whatever they have to fix. And that's 100% scientific fact. That is not medical misinformation. Oh yeah, I don't want to get another one. I'll have to go over to Rumble. Well, I'm already on Rumble, but you wouldn't know it. No one's over there. No one uses Rumble. You know, it's not just me saying that has a small, like, base of people that view me. This is, everyone says that about Rumble. There's no one there. Oh well. Well, right now I'm here. This is home, so don't blame the teacher, blame the school.